The Wicked movie has a really big problem. Let me explain.
You're green.
I am.
What is up, guys? Mike here. Welcome back to my channel. Make sure you subscribe for more pop culture content. Let's get into it. Okay, so the Wicked movie has just come out. If you are not familiar, Wicked is a stage musical based on a book, which is also like a spin-off of the movie The Wizard of Oz, which is one of the most iconic movies of all time.
Toto, I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
Wicked is like this sort of prequel slash side story to The Wizard of Oz, in which the story of the Wicked Witch of the West is sort of explored in more detail and given some more context.
Well, my little pretty, I can cause accidents too.
Plus a bunch of other characters from The Wizard of Oz show up, no spoilers, but well, the Tin Man, the Lion, and the Scarecrow do. I guess that is spoilers, but I don't care.
And I think I'll miss you most of all, Scarecrow.
Oh, okay. It's kind of an odd thing to say.
Yeah, sort of a weird comment right in front of all of us.
Kind of thought this was a team effort.
This film adaptation stars Ariana Grande, and it looks really, really good. I've actually seen the stage musical version of Wicked twice, once in Melbourne back in 2014, and once last year when I was in London. Both of them were incredible, and I enjoyed them very much. I'm actually a big fan of like stage musicals and stuff. I really enjoy that kind of thing. Back in London, we also saw the Back to the Future stage musical, which was amazing as well.
Great Scott!
And what I've always liked about sort of on stage kind of stuff is it sort of adds another dimension that you just don't get in movies. Like, it is such an incredible show going out to the theater, seeing something like this. And I genuinely really enjoyed Wicked both times. I think the story's great, the music is beautiful, everything about it really, really shines. So naturally, I'm pretty excited about this Wicked film adaptation. It isn't uncommon for stage musicals to get film adaptations eventually. So when I heard the news a few years ago that Wicked was going to get one, I was pretty unsurprised, to be honest. But I also think there is a big problem with this movie that also speaks more broadly to like a problem I've had with movies and the film industry for a fair few years now. And I'm going to spell it out for you right here. The movie's nearly 3 hours long.
No, God! No, God, please, no!
That is a long time, but you know the worst part about this? You know the reason why this offends me so much to my core? It's not even the full Wicked musical, it's just the first half.
Kids, won't you step outside for a second?
I find that rather remarkable because the Wicked stage musical definitely doesn't go for 3 hours. I'd say maybe 2.5, which is the general length of something like this. So then adapting that into a nearly 3-hour film that is only the first half of the musical up until the interval seems absolutely absurd to me. And keep in mind, I haven't seen this film, and it may just be a shift in the fact that like less people are going to movies now and you really need to get them in, but I don't think making a movie that goes for 3 hours is a great way to get a lot of people to want to see it. Like, this easily could have been the entire musical in like 2 hours and it would have been great. Especially because Wicked is so kid friendly, but I really don't think parents are going to want to bring their kids in to see a movie that goes for 3 hours. They're just not going to be able to sit there for that long.
Uh-oh, Tommy, what do we do now?
And when you can't get kids in, you're missing out on a huge chunk of like box office revenue that comes from like families going out to the movie. Hey, just while I've got you, most of the people who watch my videos aren't actually subscribed, so it would mean a lot to me if you're enjoying this to hit the subscribe button and throw some love my way. Okay, cool. And I also think it leans in a bit to this idea I have that like movie studios are a bit greedy now. Like, why would you make one movie when you can make two and make twice the money?
So please, the money.
That seems to be the plan here, and I get that it's a really changing medium and a really changing kind of industry. And again, I've always kind of grappled with the challenge between commercial and creative, but I really do believe this movie could have easily just have been 2 hours. It does not need to be nearly 3 hours in length. I've said this before and I will continue to say it, 90 minutes is an ideal film length to me. Like, if a movie is 90 minutes long, I will definitely go and see it. it just because I know it's not going to take up a huge amount of my time. Anything over like 2.5 hours is just excessive and unnecessary.
That was completely unnecessary! Disgusting!
And to be honest, I think a lot of this trend kind of started like many years ago when Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows had 2 parts. And like they say that the idea behind that is to make sure they can tell the whole story in a movie, which is fair, but to be honest, I would argue it's almost certainly more because they realized they could milk this franchise for even more money if they split it into 2. And then you saw that with a lot of those kinds of movies, like Twilight and The Hunger Games both had 2-part versions for their last entry.
I'm a vampire, and I'm in love with this unattractive girl. I'm a werewolf, and I am also in love with this unattractive girl. Boy, she sure can act, though, can't she? Nope. The end.
I really didn't think Wicked would sink this low. I thought it would be a pretty simple kind of film adaptation of the stage, but clearly they've managed to pad it out and add a bunch more stuff in. And at the end of the day, when I talk about this stuff, I'm pretty in jest, but I do think it's a really strange idea to make a movie this long, particularly for like the target demographic, which I would assume would be families. That being said, and I do feel like I should disclaim this, I definitely will go and see this movie, and I think I'll probably enjoy it, but it's just a bit too long for me. Whew, thank you so much for watching, guys. Hey, comment below. I would love to know your thoughts. Do you think this movie is too long? What is your ideal length for a movie? Please let me know. And also make sure you subscribe to my channel for more content like this in your feed. I am doubling down on this channel, trying to grow it. I just hit 8,000 subs. It has been awesome. So I would love to get your support, get your feedback, get your comments, and all of that. That is pretty much it from me though. My name's Ready Mike. This has been The Inside of My Mind, and I will catch you later.